Live from Denver, it's the home of the Nuggets. We're broadcasting from Denver. Ready? And a one-game homestand for Denver as the Nuggets will try to recharge their batteries on their home court. And
having lost. Both their previous games this season. This is their last chance, guys, to get a win. I'm sure that they look at this as a really important game.
Without question. I mean, they do not want to get swept, Greg. It's that simple. And that wouldn't go well with them, wouldn't go over well with their fans or coaching staff. You don't want to have to think about that all off season.
now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court for Cleveland, Thompson down low with Mozgov. Kyrie Irving is out there with LeBron James. And it's Shumpert in the three slot. Jokic passes to Moody. Yeah. No good with the wing jumper. James outside. Now the feed to Mozgov. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
James with it. Now defended by Moutier. James in the post. And it's Jokic with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Out left to the wing. They double him with Irving. Jokic passes to Gallinari. Clock at 4. And Shumpert pulls it down. Looking at Denver, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Trailblazers in Portland.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throws.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Well, that's got to wear on you.
Fires for 3. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. And it's Gallinari missing.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And pushing it up, here's Denver. Jokic passes to Gallinari. Here's Fareed. Soft touch off the glass. Fareed's got his first 2 points.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one. Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Down low. And Thompson gets it to go in on the assist by Irving. Thompson's got 6.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should continue to work the ball down low, Clark. It's really going to free up their outside shooting.
Here's Thompson. Following the basket by Kenneth Fareed. The drive by James. Kicks it to Irving. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Nailed from three-point land.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
And slam dunk by Harris.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
Fareed, right side. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Ball going up court. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Cleveland shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well. Just about 75% from the line.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improved.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Thompson. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Irving. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for James.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
There's a screen. It's Jefferson with the drive. Here's Frye. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Arthur. Oh, that's blocked. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Nuggets lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And we welcome you back to start the quarter. Players had a chance to get hydrated with Gatorade. And there's certain to be some great basketball ahead for us. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Arthur out there with Nurkic. Then it's Wilson Chandler. Then there's DJ Augustine. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Now, here is Smith. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Jefferson dishes to Smith. Can't get it to go. Now Denver takes it the other way. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
And it really was the turnovers that fueled the blowout. I mean, a lot of questionable, poor decisions by them with the ball. And when that happens, you can get blasted.
Outside Jefferson.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one. The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. And Frye kicks to Love. Ball's knocked loose, but they'll get another chance. It's Jefferson with the drive. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. DJ Augustine picks one up.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And Cleveland also making a change. James is checked in. Mudiay kicks to Fareed.
Cleveland foul call. Jordan McRae. That's his first personal foul.
And stolen by James. Jefferson against Gallinari. Nice move. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Denver.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Smith. Tristan Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Iman Shumpert's checked in for Jefferson. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for McRae. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Now Irving, following the miss by Gary Harris from deep. And he gets it to go. And now a 4-point Cleveland lead.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Mudiay with the ball. He's picked up by James. Now here's Mudiay. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. Just 4 to shoot. They get it back. There's Gallinari with the 3. And it's Gallinari again missing.
Can't get anything to drop. I mean, the way he's going, it's probably not something he should try and shoot his way out of.
Well, they say you should shoot your way out of it, but his teammates probably have other thoughts in mind. The last thing they want to see him doing is continuing to cast that jumper up. He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Now, here is Gallinari. Following the shot by Tristan Thompson. And he gets it to go.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Cleveland moving the ball around. James, the pass to Mozgov. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And the Cavaliers lead by 4.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no line in those totals.
A nice shot by Gallinari.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And the...
Let's take them back.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, you just love it when the decision-making is as good as it was there in that first half. Didn't force anything.
Guys, I think here in the second half, though, they may want him to be a little more assertive. Start hunting more for his shot, even the tough one.
On the court for Cleveland. Thompson down low with Mozgov. LeBron James is out there with Irving. And it's Shumpert in the 3. Irving dishes to Thompson. And it's Denver with the rebound.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Here's the teardrop. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by James.
The defense to start and ignite that play was terrific, and I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
And really look for them now to be even more aggressive on the defensive side, trying to come up with a few more steals.
This game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 already. Intensity is the theme for this one. And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Good on the shot. That's now 8 points for Kenneth Faried.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Irving. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got his 7th assist in the game.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
It's tipped. Shumpert with the steal. And the dunk by James.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play. It has been impressive.
The Nuggets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Can't connect there, but still a red-hot start to the half, hitting 4 of their first 5 field goal attempts.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Martin's checked in for the Nuggets. Then for the Cavaliers, Jones checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Thompson. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for James.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Moutier, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Jones sets the pick for Irving. He kicks to Love. Here's Jones. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. Both teams deciding to change it up. And so Jones nails both of them. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Pies checked in.
And, you know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
Denver calls timeout. The Nuggets trail by 5. Here's Barton. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Irving double team. And good on the basket. Book it. Dellavedova's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
The Cavaliers leading by 5. Irving misses. 107 left in the third. Beyond the arc. Augustine, no luck. Cleveland's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Augustine against Love. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 7-point Cleveland lead.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
Now, here is Irving. Wilson Chandler unable to get his shot to go. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And the deciding factor in that one was their success from the floor. I mean, they just hit big shots time and time again.
Yeah, just the way you want it when you're the road team. Don't even give the fans a chance to get into it.
And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Fry. Jones comes in for Kevin Love. Ramon Shumpert is checked in for Smith. And it's LeBron in for Matthew Dellavedova.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah. Those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
For the 3, Chandler. Timeout called. Cleveland.
Now on the court, Joe Mario, Nuggets, Sixers. Let him hear it. Nuggets, Sixers.
Denver calls timeout.
Now on the court, Joe Mario, Nuggets, Sixers. Let him hear it.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Nuggets, Sixers. Let him hear it.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Now in the court, your Mario Nuggets dancers. Let them hear it.
And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Cavaliers lead by 8. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Wilson Chandler out there with Arthur. Then there's DJ Augustine. Then it's Will Barton. And it's Laverne in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Picked by Mozgov. 5 on the clock. Chandler with the steal. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Augustine with the ball.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
Both free throws good from James.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Tipped away. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Fareed's checked in for Laverne. Alinari comes in for Jarrell Arthur. And it's Moutier in for Augustine.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
The kick out to Irving. LeBron passes to Irving. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got assist number 8 now on the night.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
That's his first personal foul.
And stolen by LeBron. Look at that. Jam! I mean, just beautiful.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have to build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
The line for your Nuggets, Kenneth Fareed.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Now, here is Irving. The floater. Mozgov kicks to Shumpert. It's stolen by Moutier. Barton dishes to Moutier. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Now here's LeBron. Irving passes to Love. A three-pointer off the mark.
A key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Guys, it's been their weakness to this point in the game, but they're still alive.
They retain possession. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Knocked loose.
Oh, boy, that would have been a nice alley-oop.
Boy, really liked the thought on that play, but didn't quite get it executed. Almost made a spectacular play. Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here's Irving. Denver able to drain the three. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Nuggets?
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
J.R. Smith's checked in for LeBron.
The free throws go down and the lead goes up.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
And the Cavaliers call time here. They're leading by 7. A minute 42 left here in the fourth quarter. Burke has some information for us, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. And the first of 2, no good, heartbreaker.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, it's a good strategy. Not only do you get points, but you also get to set your defense. And one thing we know is that across the board in the NBA, attendance is up all over. Franchise values are also at an all-time high. Overseas, the game continues to grow as well.
Yo, take this L, bro. You on YouTube, nigga.
The Nuggets trail.
Taking an L. You on YouTube? Yes, yes. It's being recorded. ZJ2K God, the fuck out of here. Suck, nigga. Come on, I want to get with my workout, man. You wasted my fucking time.
By 9, and now we've got the intentional foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah.
My nigga,
yeah,
I could still, I'll beat you.
I don't know where that
I'll
came
beat
from.
you with the fucking
lost
Knicks.
sense of time
Yes, I
and
will.
the situation.
Alright, so put it on. So put it on Hall
A
of Fame.
disappointing trip to the line there.
So
Even
put it on
though
Hall of
was
Fame.
just
Look,
one miss,
in your mouth.
now
Shut the
is
fuck
not
up.
the
Put it on Hall of
time
Fame.
to be missing
Send the
those.
rematch. Send it.
They're
Send it.
relying
I'll
on
put
their
you with the
three-point
fucking
shooting and
Knicks.
getting pretty good
Booty
results
eyes
right now.
suck.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from behind the arc.
I will bust your ass with the look.
And
He
J.R.
can't
Smith
shoot
picks
free
up the
throws. What
foul.
you doing on the floor? Tell me.
That will get
Tell
him
me,
his
go
4th
ahead.
foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for
So
shooting.
what? So what? What are you saying? I'm still up by 10. I'm still up by 10.
He's an ATM from
I'm
the free
saying
throw
he
line.
can't shoot free throws. I never said
And
nothing
he
about
cannot
you, right?
convert on the second. That misses.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle. And that's held true in this one so far.
So the main fact that you got him on
Their
the floor in
effort
the last
on the
minute,
glass
it just speaks
has
to
given
you,
them the
bro.
advantage, but
It
it's
just
also
speaks to
been
you.
the effort in
not
general
coming back,
that's
man.
made a
I
difference.
don't give a fuck. You might as well quit and
And so
send
they
that
foul
invite.
intentionally.
You might
First
as
free
well
throw
quit.
is good, and that brings them within single digits.
Yeah,
Both free throws good from Mudiay.
that's cool. Huh? It's
Cavaliers
mathematically
have gone
impossible for you
5
to
for
come
9
back.
from the field in the final quarter so far.
Okay, so
And the top
you
by
got a
3.
minute to do 2
Boy,
possessions,
the
right?
prettiest play in basketball to me.
Right.
Executed to perfection.
I don't think we're
Yeah,
gonna
but
get
not
numbers
on me.
there.
Not on
Everybody loves the alley-oop.
not
No doubt about it,
not
unless
on me.
You're
Not on me.
the donkey.
You've been down to
The dunker is great. I don't necessarily
not on me.
appreciate somebody
Stop it.
slamming one on
Stop
top
it.
of my
Stop
head.
it.
Well, you
Stop
got to
it.
get out
Stop
from under
it.
the
You're
hoop
not
if
gonna
you want to stay
outscore
away,
me.
if you want to stay out of the poster.
So what? So what? Look.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is
All
at
right.
all
So
times.
what? Stay on the free throw line, bro. I'm sorry. It's mathematically impossible for you to come back. Mathematically impossible if I hold the
narrows the
ball.
gap to
Because
7.
it's a 2-possession game and it's okay. That's a 2-possession
Colin
game.
hits them both.
How long is the
Nice
possession?
work there.
24
This is a
seconds.
point in the game
How many
where
seconds
if
you
you
got?
get a chance
41
to close
seconds.
the gap,
You need 2
you've
possessions,
got to
right?
make the most of it.
Okay, alright. Yeah, they
Irving
will last
kicks to
that
Smith.
long. I just said they were gonna last that long. What do you mean if they last that
Smith
long?
drawn the double team.
Yeah, what? What?
Irving against
What?
Reed.
Stupid. Okay. I just gotta hit once. You just put one in the shuffle.
He
There you
hits the
go.
first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Come on, let me fucking idiot know.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game.
I'm better than you. I tell you
And
that.
Denver has possession.
Alright.
And so they foul
Look, take the L.
intentionally.
Just take the L. You might as well. Just take the L. Send me that
And that
invite.
hurts as he doesn't get the first
Send me
one
that
to
invite.
fall.
I'm gonna bust your ass again.
And
Cause
he
you on
ends up
YouTube
making
right
the
now.
second,
I'm gonna
and
bust
that narrows the
your
gap to
ass
7.
again. I'm gonna bust your ass again. So what? Was I playing the
Clark, and they can just let the
Are
clock
you
run out
serious?
here.
No argument with that W.
A win is a win. It
Beautiful
doesn't
dish,
matter.
and the
It
layup
doesn't
goes
matter.
down.
So what?
This
So
is a serious
no. A win is a win.
game-clinching run they're on.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just not backing off here. I mean, they're looking to close this one out in style. What a time to have this kind of serve.
Tipped away.
Alright,
It's stolen by Moody.
alright, so play me, niggas. I'll play with
And
New
so
York.
it's
What do you
Cleveland
say?
winning.
Fucking scrub, bro. So what? So what? Said that shit, man. You should have take the L, man. You can't take negative, man. You feel me? Yeah.
It's an all-Eastern Conference matchup, and today's game as the Knicks come into town for this one. Welcome to the Air Canada Center, home of the Toronto, and a great venue for basketball. You're in for a treat as we bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports with Greg Anthony. And Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Knicks, Anthony is out there with Robin Lopez. Then it's Williams. Then it's Tony Roten. And it's Porzingis in the three, the small forward.
And how about that? Just an easy way to get on the board.
And just like that, Greg, the first lead belongs to them.
And the basket good.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Outside for Lowry. And it's Lowry again missing. Oh, guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season. Especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah. Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try because somebody might have got their feelings hurt. Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
DeRozan's shot is good.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Valanciunas on the double team. Lopez kicks to Roten. New York moving it around. Back to Williams. 6 to shoot. To the inside. It's stolen by Lowry. And oh, here we go. DeRozan. Nobody back.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break. And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Valanciunas passes to Lowry. From outside, off the mark.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going. Guys, that makes it 2 straight seasons now that the Raptors have been the cream of the crop in the Atlantic Division. Ended the season with a franchise best 49-33 record.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Well, for the Raptors, they won the Atlantic last year. Did so by a wide margin, Greg, than they had won it back in 2014.
Yeah, they ended the year with that 9-game lead over second place. And the Raptors have great fans, and it's good to see the franchise be able to take home a couple of those division titles.
And it's a completely new group for Toronto. And New York with a change here, too. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Lopez. Here's Biyombo. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
And Aflalo wide open. He shoots. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Raptors trailed by 5. Kicks it to Ross. There's the triple. And he gets it to go. Ross has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Anthony on the wing. And too long on the shot.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Count the bucket.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Here's Powell. And Derek Williams is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Joseph. Puts it up off the inbound. Can't get the layup.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Anthony. Joseph with the rebound.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those playing.
There's 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Roten, the pass to Porzingis. Biyombo with the block. Got it off in time. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Raptors lead by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Raptors.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Setting the floor for the Knicks. We've got Lance Thomas. He's out there with Robin Lopez. Aflalo is out there with Vujicic. And it's Galloway in the point guard. Knicks trailed by 3. Well, nobody said, Greg, being in the NBA was for the faint of heart. The Knicks in a few short years have gone from a playoff team, unfortunately, to the worst team in the NBA.
Hard to fathom, Kevin, that the Knicks did enter last season with playoff aspirations, but that quickly vanished. They were just completely overmatched and overwhelmed.
That is good. Aflalo's got his second basket of the game.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop. And really, the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. No reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
The Knicks making a switch here. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Thomas. Porzingis comes in for Aaron Aflalo. Williams, he's checked in for Sasha Vujicic. And it's Tony Roten in for Langston Galloway.
Hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar to this point in his career. And I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
And the Knicks making a change here. Aflalo's checked in. Here's Powell. He's got 8. Joseph dishes to Biyombo. Powell kicks to Scola. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Pass to Roten. The shot misses. So the Raptors will take it the other way. For Carmelo, the numbers are there for him to be treated as a tier 1 star still, I think, Clark, but it's hard to call him underrated.
Yeah, I think he'll be underrated until he's able to get to the championship round or maybe even win a ring. There's one thing that's clear, though. He's been under a lot of pressure since he's come into the league, and he hasn't been underrated in that regard. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Pass to Lopez. The feed now to Roten. They set the pick. On the wing, Williams. He's guarded by Ross. Aflalo, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. He makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. No idea what got into his head right there.
Now here's Williams. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. Porzingis, he's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. DeRozan against Williams. And Lowry gets it to go.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
Boy, for the Knicks last season, saying it was rough is an understatement. There was a lot of turbulence, and some of it was due to their defense. They just had a difficult time stringing together stops and cutting down opponents' scoring chances.
No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. With a chance now for a three-point play. That's on Patrick Patterson.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Over the Knicks last season, Greg, the defense a problem for them, specifically how they defended against perimeter shots, and in particular the three.
38%, Kevin, of the threes against them went in. That was by far the worst in the league, and it's a big reason why they would end the year with the worst margin of victory in the NBA. How about minus 9.3? And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Well, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
Here's Roten, and it's Toronto with the rebound.
Just a loss of focus there. He lost concentration. He's got to be kicking himself for missing that.
DeRozan's shot is good.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Lopez. And the rejection by Valanciunas. The shot by Lowry, no good.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Thomas gets the bucket. Raptors leading by 8.
I'd like to see him use a little clock here.
I agree with you. Milk the clock with this possession. That's what they've got to be doing.
And DeRozan kicks to Valanciunas.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the game.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not a time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down.
A follow-up flush. And the Raptors lead by 10.
He could have tipped it home, but he wanted to give it.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Toronto ahead, up by 10. We'll be back shortly live from the Air Canada Centre in downtown Toronto. And now the third quarter about to get going. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Just absolute domination in this one for DeRozan. He's got 13 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Lowry and DeRozan are the guard tandem. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Carroll in at the 3. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it, are you kidding me?
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
The shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Misses the deep 3-point attempt. And what you have to like out of Valanciunas last season, improved efficiency. The game really, Clark, seemed to slow down for him.
Yeah, he entered the league a little green. I mean, would make a lot of mistakes, but had excellent tools. So with enthusiasm and hard work, you knew it was just a matter of time with him.
Kept alive. Now the dish to DeRozan. Good. 8 points for Kyle Lowry.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
He blocks it again. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Terrence Ross is checked in for DeMarre Carroll. There's a screen. O'Quinn, the pass to Anthony. Five on the clock. New York needs to get off a shot.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Lowry drives in. And a wide open look for Valanciunas. Tries again. Patterson can't get it to go.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
And O'Quinn kicks to Calderon. The pass to Porzingis. Back to Calderon. From past the arc. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
You know, right call. Gave the officials no choice there. I mean, they've got to make that call over the back.
Yeah, I mean, he went chest first into the man in front of him. My goodness, I'm not an official, and I could have gotten that one right.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Porzingis. Well, the one word you can use to describe the Raptors postseason last year, disaster. I mean, Greg, nothing went right for them.
Yeah, I mean, after that great regular season, they were completely just manhandled by the Wizards, swept out of the first round in 4 straight.
Now here's Anthony. He's got 11. Lopez dishes to Anthony. And so the ball goes on a bounce. Lopez touched it last.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Thomas checked in for New York.
Well, I tell you, the Raptors really were befuddled with how that series went. I mean, they just never got things going and became the first team to get swept with home court advantage in the playoffs since 2011.
And it's Lowry with the rebound.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle. Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
And here's the fast break. Ross, that's good.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up. And guys, you look at the Raptors last season and how they stumbled at times. You can see that they would have trouble in the postseason with the way they were constructed. I don't think anybody saw a sweep coming, but that's where it ended up being.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Scola comes in for Patrick Patterson. Powell, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Joseph in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Lopez, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And Robin Lopez, last season, he missed about 6 weeks with that broken hand, but freak injuries aside, he's been pretty durable over the course of his career. Had played in all 82 games the previous 2 seasons.
And Robin Lopez signing a new contract this offseason. He had been significantly underpaid for his production over the last 2 seasons.
And, Kevin, you knew he was due for a raise. 7-footers who impact the game at both ends the way he does are really valuable.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Raptors leading by 13. Ross passes to Biyombo. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. A chance here now for a 3-point play. And guys, Bismack Biyombo, he got into a groove at the end of last season. After Al Jefferson went down, remember the month of April, he averaged nearly 9 rebounds a game, 2.5 blocks. He was all over the floor.
Yeah, and that's Bismack. I mean, he's that guy. He cleans the glass for you. Intimidates shooters in the lane. He's not all the way consistent yet, but he's shown steady improvement.
Talking about Bismack Biyombo, he entered the league as an extremely raw prospect, was a 7th pick in 2011. His shot and general awareness were the biggest concerns, but last season he shot over 60% from the floor. The 2 seasons before that was only 45%.
Thomas. Powell pulls it in. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
And there's Thomas with the 3. The Knicks have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
That's his first personal foul. Third team.
No good on the free throw.
Yeah, run that back.
Losing not an option.
You want to be on the cover. Baby, we make magic. Come home with a thug. Let's get cracking. Always well, baby, cause happen. She got the back seat, just a freak in the hopped in the tray just to let the top back and thank God for the day. Who gives a what a hater gotta say? I made a couple $1 million last year. Still in the streets, strapped with them things. She in love with a Jeep.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live from the capital city of California, Sacramento. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analyst, Clark. And Greg Anthony.
And those are the first points of the game.
Nice hoop to get the scoring started there.
And no question, G8, Rudy Gay is one of those guys who has always put up great numbers, but in 9 seasons he's been in the league, only one playoff. Only one. Count him, one. Back in 2012.
Yeah, but what if he was still in Memphis? I mean, that's one of it. Sometimes it's not always your fault that you're not getting there.
True.
You got to play on a good enough team, and he hasn't up to this point. So, yeah, he's had his moments of inconsistency and will disappear at times. So there's some shared blame there as to why he hasn't been more consistent when it comes to the postseason.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So out there for the Nuggets right now. Gallinari sits outside at 3 with Fareed at the 4. Moutier out there with Harris. And McLemore kicks to Cauley-Stein. Cousins, the pass to Cauley-Stein. Can't hit from in close.
And, you know, back to Rudy Gay, he's a tremendous all-around talent. Physically, instinctively, skill-wise, he's got it all. Except that consistent winning touch, that remains to be completed.
The drive by Rondo. There's the dish to Cousins. Fareed with it. Gay picks him up defensively. And the basket by Harris.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
The Kings have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game.
And thinking more about Rudy Gay, one key number I look at from last season, his assists. By far the most in his career, and that didn't translate into a ton of wins, but it very well could have been the next step toward getting those wins.
Pass to Jokic. And again, it's Denver.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
And it's Sacramento's ball. They trail by 1. And it's Rondo penetrating. It's stolen by Moutier. And here we go. Fast break. Moutier's got it. Couldn't score after going the length of the floor. Gay outside. He feeds it to Rondo. He dishes it to Cousins. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And it's the Kings with the ball after the Nuggets pick up 2. Gay dishes to Rondo. Gay kicks to Cousins. And count the basket. He is fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Well, that time the risk did not pay off because it was well defended.
1:37 left in the first quarter. Barton kicks to Augustine. To the inside. Out to Chandler. No good from outside. The Kings leading
You know, the Nuggets could create their offense, but they still would have trouble knocking down the shots. Just didn't have a lot of dead-eye laser shooters. Every field goal attempt with them was an adventure. Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
And you do. You have to have both ends of that play, and they were fantastic on that one. I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And stolen by Cauley Stein.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it. How about that, man? What a sensational finish.
Oh, got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, you got to rise and levitate.
Suspend yourself.
Yeah, levitate.
Almost. How about the glide in and then also to reverse it?
Now here's Rondo. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Nuggets did have their problems on the offensive end, too. Something that's rare for them, hitting the open shot and the mid-range shot and beyond being one of them.
You know, Kevin, how about being last in the league in catch and shoot field goal percentage? I mean, got a good amount of looks that way, but really struggled shooting only 34% in those situations.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Gay passes to Rondo. Back to Gay. Augustine with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Barton, no luck. McLemore with the ball. Inside. Cousins. No good with the layup. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Kings lead by 6. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Kings.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, we've got Yusuf Nurkic, Arthur out there with Wilson Chandler. Then there's DJ Augustine, and it's Barton in at the 2 guard.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Now here's Gay. He's got 6. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Augustine with the ball. And it's blocked. Outside Rondo. Passes it to Gay. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 4th assist in this one.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
You look at him physically, and Rudy Gay is the complete package at the small forward spot. Nothing holding him back.
You know, Kevin, he comes in at 6'8", has that solid frame, unbelievable athletic ability with the speed to go with that for a player of his height. He is a true talent.
And the Kings making a change here. Bellinelli's checked in. Here's Koufos. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Gay dishes to Collison. Shot clock at 6. They set the screen. And the foul called on Darrell Arthur. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Sacramento. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Koufos. Quincy Hayes has come in for Rudy Gay. And Curry subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Out to the right wing. And Cousins kicks to Bellinelli. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. No good on the triple.
And with Rudy Gay, the physical part of the game has never been a problem with him. As great a physical player as any other small forward in the league, his one drawback is he can get in his own head at times and not play to his strengths.
Kings leading now by 6. That's good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt.
And no doubt a lot of players can get in their own head, like Gay does at times. He does so much on the floor. It is odd when he vanishes for stretches of the game. On pure talent, he has few peers in the league.
Here's Bellinelli. Curry with another miss. And Chandler, here we go. The basket is good, the assist from Augustine. Now just a 4-point Kings lead. And finished off by AC.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim. And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Now here's Collison. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Curry can't get it to go. The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Gallinari. Another shot. And Fareed lays it in.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
So it's Denver now. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting.
You know, Kenneth Fareed was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team 4 years ago. Took the league by storm with his energy and hustle. Looked like the sky was the limit for him, but every year since then, his numbers have looked very similar.
Yes. Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Here's AC. Kicks it to Bellinelli. Good ball movement here by the Kings. AC the pass to Bellinelli. 4 on the shot clock. The 17-footer. Again, the miss by the Kings.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And, you know, guys, a high-energy post player like Kenneth Fareed excels at doing the dirty work. As a matter of fact, he's nicknamed the Manimal for good reason. Very few players in the league possess this combination of energy and aggressiveness.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Sacramento. Talking about Fareed, a rebounder extraordinaire. His explosiveness, long arms, and huge hands help him compensate for his relative lack of size.
And he has that exceptional shot blocker instincts. I mean, the timing's there. Will also steal the ball from you. The question now becomes, will he always be that role, effort, energy player, or will he develop eventually the offensive skills needed to see him reach the next level?
16 seconds left in the first half. Here's Cauley Stein. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. For Sacramento, they have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
And, you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
There's the pass to Jokic. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And they're unable to get the time basket there. And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. The Kings on top. They're up by 3. Live from Sacramento, you're watching 2K Sports. welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight.
What a great game for Gabe. He's got 10 points and 2 steals. His success in the assist department is carried over to the free throw line.
Boy, has he been steady at the helm today.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Rudy Gay having a dominant impact in this game.
And in terms of points in that first half, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Cauley-Stein is out there with Rudy Gay. And there's Collison. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's McLemore at the 1 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. And that one's good by Gay.
Getting the half off to a good start here already with some penetration.
Here's Moutier.
Sacramento didn't have a free-flowing offense, and they wanted to get up and down, and it showed in their play transitioning from stagnant to free-flowing.
Now Gay. Following the miss by Gary Harris from deep. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Rajon Rondo is checked in for McLemore. And Denver also making a switch. Barton is checked in. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Cousins. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Well played right there. I mean, there's no question who has the momentum.
Greg, the lead appears to be heading north, if you will.
They recover it. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. The Kings have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. Denver with a tough year last season. A lot of losses for them on the road as they would go, Clark, only 11-30 away from the Mile High City.
Yeah, and Kevin, they ended the season on a 5-game road losing streak as well. I mean, they had mostly given up at that point as they had tried to develop young players, and it just kind of blew up on them down the stretch.
One-on-one fast break. And that one's good. Barton.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Collison dishes to Cousins. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Moutier kicks to Gallinari. It's hauled in by Gay.
A big problem for the Nuggets last year is that they just couldn't hit shots away from home. I mean, they finished in the bottom 5 in terms of field goal percentage on the road.
That doesn't go either for Collison. Here's Barton. Drains it from beyond the arc. Barton's got 7 points in the game.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the game.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Smooth, guys. Very good job there of getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
And those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes as much as any single play in a game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can't allow, if you're the opponent, to have that guy continue to beat you in that manner on the backboard.
Out to Gallinari. No good off the front iron.
Hey, I've got one more note on the Nuggets and the road. I mean, when you shoot as poorly as they did, as you mentioned, you start to lose some confidence and second-guess things. It's a lot harder to fight through shooting slumps like that in somebody else's building, no doubt.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
Yeah, too many easy buckets. He's coming from inside, and I think he wants to make that a point of emphasis.
I would certainly think so. I mean, if they keep giving up those kinds of easy looks inside, they'll be in big trouble.
It's been quite a game for Rudy Gay.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Here's Harris. Now, Nurkic. Chandler, the pass to Arthur. Harris dishes to Nurkic. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush. The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
8 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Augustine in the corner. Beyond the arc. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Augustine's got 5.
Tit for tat right there, huh, guys?
Didn't take him long at all, fellas, to get those 3 points back.
Pick off in midair. McLemore. The third quarter comes to a close. Kings lead by 5. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with Harris is out there with DJ Augustine. Then it's Wilson Chandler. Then it's Arthur. And it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Just fine on the... clock. Now here's McLemore outside. And yes, sir, that one drops.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
But they'll get another chance. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. Kings leading now by 8. Here's Cousins. Back to Gay. Dishes it to McLemore. Feeds it to Cousins. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Thinking about DeMarcus Cousins, Clark, when he was selected, people questioned whether he could stay out of trouble. Many doubted that, he could, but he has stayed clean really since day one.
Yeah, going back 5 years ago, a beat writer actually had the audacity to say he would end up in jail at some point. Cousins has proved him and others wrong.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hey, guys. Well, George Karl had some advice for the team in that last huddle. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in a great position to win this thing.
And the Kings making a change here. Curry's checked in.
And with that Cousins story about the writer, Cousins actually called him out about that failed prediction. I mean, they made amends, however, with the writer eating his words and donating to a charity of Cousins' choice. Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Arthur grabs the board. Here's Harris. An easy 2 points on the layup. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now.
And for Cousins, it's never been a question of talent. I mean, many are glad to see that he's been able to stay focused really for the first stretch of his career.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now, they're starting to flatline, just hanging on. Here for dear life.
Here's Cousins after Rudy Gay's bucket. And Cousins kicks to Cauley-Stein. Clock at 4. Shoots the 3. Cousins with another miss. The Nuggets trail by 9. And Wilson Chandler with the slam.
I like the fact he had his head up immediately looking to make the dish down the floor. Get rid of it quickly.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
And Augustine kicks to Chandler. Knocked loose. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Gay passes to Cousins. There's the feed to McLemore. Tipped away. Gallinari with the steal. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ben McLemore. That's foul number 2 for him. Timeout called by the Kings.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now, and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Moutier dishes to Gallinari. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And Fareed sends it back. They get it back.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going. Excellent, really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
They double-team Curry. Here's Cousins. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Cousins has got the lead up to 11 now for Sacramento. Jokic passes to Fareed.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Some changes for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Cousins. And it's Caspian for Cauley-Stein. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Pass to Curry. There's the 3. They get it back. Kufis kicks to Caspi. From deep. Rebound by the Nuggets.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean,
it's not possible what we just said. Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
Now, here's Kufis. And that one's good. And the Kings lead by 9.
You know, Kevin, he outweighs his man by quite a bit in that matchup, and he did the right thing by going straight to the rim. Don't mess around with it.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
That drops.
Terrific run to seal the deal.
Yeah, and now let's just keep an eye on how much longer they keep the foot on the accelerator.
Denial. And it's Kenneth Fareed with the foul. That's his first foul. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, exactly. They got to be happy with the outcome here.
Elated, you're right. And an intentional foul right there. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up making the second, and that brings them within 8. Nine seconds left in the fourth quarter. Curry attacking. Softly drops in the floater.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted. They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick. Quick hit.
So the Kings win it. A confident win and one where they clearly...
on 2K TV postseason.
Our defense will be a little too much for them.
I'm just ready to win. Losing's not an option.
You want to be on the cover. You want to be the best.
The game just kicked off.
I'm excited to play. I feel the adrenaline going.
This makes me want to try to compete for $250,000.
There you go. There you go.
This is it. This is for the money. Win or go home, right?
Winners win, and losers go home. Today on 2K TV postseason.
Our defense will be a little too much for them.
I'm just ready to win. Losing's not an option.
You want to be on the cover. You want to be the best.
The game just kicked off.
I'm excited to play. I feel the adrenaline going.
This makes me want to try to compete for $250,000.
There you go.
This is it. This is for the money. Win or go home, right?
Winners win, and losers go home. Today on 2K TV postseason.
Our defense will be a little too much for them.
I'm just ready to win. Losing's not an option.
You want to be on the cover. You want to be the best.
The game just kicked off.
I'm excited to play. I feel the adrenaline going.
This makes me want to try to compete for $250,000.
There you go.
This is it. This is for the money. Win or go home, right?
Winners win, and losers go home. Today on 2K TV postseason.
Our defense will be a little too much for them.
I'm just ready to win. Losing's not an option.
You want to be on the cover. You want to be the best.
The game just kicked off.
I'm excited to play. I feel the adrenaline going.
This makes me want to try to compete for $250,000.
There you go.
This is it. This is for the money. Win or go home, right?
Winners win, and losers go home.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show. Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Indiana Pacers playing against the Hawks in Atlanta. They're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Well, the Pacers certainly have the defensive side of the game down pat. Very strong defense for them for several seasons running. The problem, Shaq, the offense. How do they make the most of their possessions?
Well, they don't have the personnel to get out and run, so they need to be very smart, especially when they slow it down. They have to minimize turnovers.
Well, to me, they're better at threes, so they got to give themselves credit for that. But I'd like to see them spread teams out just a little bit more.
And right now, the tip-off approaches, and Kevin Harlan is standing by.
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Indiana Pacers today. We're at the Phillips Arena. The Atlanta Hawks plan to take advantage of home court. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And the Pacers start off with the ball. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. They've got Paul George, George Hill out there with Ellis. Then there's Ian Mahinmi, and it's Allen in a power forward position.
Kyle Korver, a true laser. I mean, the most efficient catch-and-shoot jump shooter in the league, and maybe in league history. He tallied the second ever 50-50-90 season a year ago.
Millsap lays it up and banks it in. Millsap's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Hawks. Korver against Ellis. There's a screen. He feeds it to Hill. Fires it up. Rebounded by Korver. And Korver now in his 13th season in the NBA. Last season was his best ever, especially shooting.
Yeah, and he credits all of his improvement to the advanced off-season training regimen. Extremely dedicated. He moved his family to Santa Barbara to be closer to his trainer, and it's paid off.
Now here's Teague. George Hill missing his last shot. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first. George with no one around. Indiana again missing. Atlanta's gone 0-2 from deep here. Teague kicks to Millsap. There's the triple. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Well, Doris, an interesting game. Moments ago, you had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. What do you have to say?
He talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and pass. He's always a tough matchup, but it starts with matching his energy level. Kevin, we'll see if they have what it takes.
Thanks, Doris. 4 on the shot clock. And that one's good. Millsap.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
And George kicks to Ellis. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. The Hawks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. T kicks to Millsap. Millsap a screen. Outside Korver, back to Teague. Lets it go from deep, and there's Korver on the assist by Teague. Korver's got himself on the board with 3 there. Ellis outside. Korver with the defensive effort.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
From 18 feet away, misses off the left iron.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hawks ahead. They're up by 5. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
Check it out.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And for the Hawks guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
A lot of tough D being played by them so far. It's been the difference maker.
Greg, no uncontested shots for the most part. That's why they've had success.
The Hawks leading by 5. You look back last year, and the Hawks were incredible at home last season. Not a bad way to help unveil that beautiful statue of Dominique Wilkins in front of the stadium.
Yeah, I mean, and so much went right for the Hawks. And adding that statue up neat was the cherry on top. Very classy move from that organization.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Indiana, C.J. Miles is out there with Hill. Then it's Lawson. Then there's Rodney Stuckey. And it's Turner in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And, you know, for the Hawks last season, they ended with a 35-6 record at home, and that was the best in the East and the second best in the NBA. What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Now here's Stuckey. Passes it to Lawson. Clock at 6. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey.
And for the Hawks, it was a good year to get the city. No, take that. It was a great year to get the city talking about basketball again. And Atlanta hasn't always rallied behind this team, but boy, did they show up more than usual last season. Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. Chris Humphries has checked in for Scott.
Chris Humphries.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. The feed to Miles. Stuckey against Hardaway. And here's Miles outside. Rebounded by Hardaway. The Hawks leading by 3. Picked by Humphries. Hardaway dishes to Humphries. Can't get it to go. So Indiana will take it the other way. Miles the pass to Stuckey. Rebound Atlanta. Now here's Schroeder. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. To the middle. Out to Hardaway. Splitter sets a screen. Goes up on the wing. And Hardaway gets it to go.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Under 6.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
Both free throws good from Hill.
And, you know, the Pacers had made the playoffs in each of the last 4 seasons prior to last year's miss. Hard for a team that was coming off of back-to-back conference finals appearances to stomach that. But with the injuries, they'll be better and back in the playoffs next year, I'm sure.
Now here's Teague. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. George against Teague. Pick up by Hill. And George, here we go. Good, the assist goes to Hill.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Shot, no good. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Hawks lead by 1. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. Their biggest lead during the opening period was 5. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
They're playing with a sense of urgency, even though they're at home. Sometimes you feel so comfortable on your home court, the other team can jump on you. But they know these fans have their back, and now they're well positioned to build a lead in the second half.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Well, Ernie, this is definitely a big wake-up call for them. Their field goal percentage is sitting in the low 30s. They came out unfocused, unmotivated, unprepared. If they can't turn the tide and play with greater efficiency, it's going to be a long second half.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. So it's Atlanta now. They lead by 1. Teague and Korver are the guards. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. And it's Bazemore at the 3. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Now here's Teague. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Look at his contract, and Kyle Korver is a steal, Clark, at 4 years and $24 million.
Yeah, but he's a guy not only who can shoot it, clearly, but a good team defender as well. I think he's a really solid, complete player and a pro's pro in terms of the locker room.
Yeah, it seems when he's on the floor, the Hawks a different team offensively.
No question.
And the first one drops.
And Korver, not the longest or the most athletic, but he's disciplined and also moves his feet well. So they talk about staying on a string defensively. He's always attentive and engaged.
Both free throws good from Korver.
And Korver, a guy who'll set a hard screen, scrap for rebounds. He's come from a basketball family. You can sense, though, his love for the game. He wants to do the little things now that help you win, and that's one reason why he was an all-star a season ago.
Now here is Hill. 6 to shoot. To tie. Can't get it to go. And Atlanta will come the other way. Here's Bazemore. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Korver kicks to Horford. Hawks passing it around. Hill against T. From the arc. It's rebounded by Indiana. Now here's Hill, the fast break opportunity. Ellis can't get it to go. 1:44 left to play in the third. Outside Teague. Back to Korver. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 3 assists now in this one. Well, you just watch Jeff Teague. He's a natural scorer, Clark. He's also made steady improvement as a playmaker.
Yeah, you look at his assist rate, Kevin, well in the top 10 in the league. He's cut down on his turnovers as well. You can tell he's starting to really figure it out, and the game is slowing down for him.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Scott comes in for Kent Bazemore. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Teague. Then for the Pacers, Turner's checked in for Mahinmi. C.J. Miles comes in for Lavoy Allen. Rodney Stuckey subbed in for Ellis. Now here's George.
And Teague's also athletic. You know, sometimes you forget that. I mean, this guy's got the tools also to be a terrific defender. And I still think he's developing consistency at that end of the floor.
And so here is Indiana. Searching for that first bucket here in the third. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Hill. Scott pulls it in.
And speaking of Jeff Teague's defense, I mean, his rebounding, I think, could also be a little higher. I mean, with his bounce, he can get in there and grab a few more. And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall. Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
The drive by Scott, and he gets the bucket. Scott's got 5.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Here's Stuckey, and it's sent back by Horford. Stolen by George. Stuckey outside. George against Korver. And George, here we go. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. He has 6.
Well, there's not a whole lot you can do about that move. That's just good offense. They were all over him, and he still managed to drain it.
Schroeder. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
That really could be a morale-crushing three-pointer, fellas. What a way to head into the fourth quarter.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. Pacers trail by 6 on the court for Indiana. They've got Turner. Ellis is out there with Lawson. Then it's Paul George, and it's Mahinmi in at the 5. Now, here is George. Kicks to Ellis. The 11-footer. Here's Mahinmi. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Mahimi's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Pacers. Picked by Humphries. Schroeder passes to Humphries. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Humphries has got the lead back up to 6 now for the Hawks. And so here is Indiana. Brown. He's all alone. The finish. And the slam dunk by Bazemore.
That couldn't have gone better for him. Forget about playing it safe. They're looking to finish it off in style, and I like that type of aggressiveness.
And I got to say, Clark, I didn't expect them to play it that way. I mean, a great steal, and then to put the pedal to the metal.
Ellis, that's good.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
No good. And Indiana will go the other way with it. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Lawson dishes to George. He kicks to Mahinmi. Turner with the screen for George. Shoots off the screen. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap. The Hawks leading by 6. And Bazemore kicks to T. And it's sent back by George.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
A floater, and he sinks the layup.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. He told his guys, it's time to turn it up a little and try to make a push. We've worked too hard to come away empty-handed. Let's put this thing away. Kevin, we'll see if they can get it done.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Al Horford is checked in for Humphries. And it's Porter in for Dennis Schroeder.
That's his second personal foul.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Hawks?
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that will add to a healthy lead after that trip to the free throw line.
And now,
.56 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And George kicks to Mahinmi. Nails it! And now they trail by just 4.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Millsap a screen on Hill. Floats one up, and the layup good by T.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there.
okay, Atlanta, let's keep it going. We are very own Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Now the Hawks moving it the other way, and a slam dunk by Bazemore.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
And so they foul intentionally.
At the line for the Hawks, Kent Bazemore. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Fires, high post, Paul George again.
As a defender, you always have to stay on your man's hip. If you don't, that's what's going to happen.
And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Hawks, Kyle Korver. 2 shots.
And no good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Guys, no real chance for them to come back now.
Nope, this one is sealed and delivered.
Yeah, I think the focus has to be on their next game at this point.
Teague with the ball. And so it's Atlanta with the W. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, and they got pushed down the stretch, but they did what they needed to do and held their ground when it mattered most and got the W.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kyle Korver.
I'll give it to Kyle Korver. When he's shooting the basketball like this, he can blow a game wide open. There's not many guys that's ever, not in the league now, but ever played the game that could shoot like he can.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
Today on 2K TV postseason.
Our defense will be a little too much for them.
I'm just ready to win.
Losing's not an option.
You want to be on the cover. You want to be the best.
The game just kicked off.
I'm excited to play. I feel the adrenaline going.
This makes me want to try to compete for $250,000.
This is it. This is for the money. Win or go home, right?
Winners win, and losers go home. Today on 2K TV postseason.
Our defense will be a little too much for them.
I'm just ready to win.
Losing's not an option.
You want to be on the cover. You want to be the best.
The game just kicked off.
I'm excited to play. I feel the adrenaline going.
This makes me want to try to compete for $250,000.
This is it. This is for the money. Win or go home, right?
Winners win, and losers go home. Today on 2K TV postseason.
Our defense will be a little too much for them.
I'm just ready to win.
Losing's not an option.
You want to be on the cover. You want to be the best.
The game just kicked off.
I'm excited to play. I feel the adrenaline going.
This makes me want to try to compete for $250,000.
This is it. This is for the money. Win or go home, right?
Winners win, and losers go home. Today on 2K TV postseason.
Our defense will be a little too much for them.
I'm just ready to win.
Losing's not an option.
You want to be on the cover. You want to be the best.
The game just kicked off.
I'm excited to play. I feel the adrenaline going.
This makes me want to try to compete for $250,000.
This is it. This is for the money. Win or go home, right?
Winners win, and losers go home.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. The action tonight out at Energy Solutions Arena as the Utah Jazz play against the New Orleans Pelicans. And for New Orleans, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. One of the big stories from last year was the rise of the Stifle Tower.
Oh, wow.
You get it? You get it? Rudy Gobert, his defense, Kenny, is already at an elite level.
Yes, defense at an elite level. You know, the team isn't. And this needs to happen. As the team needs to meet his starting to be his stardom. You know, he was second in the league, I think, in blocks last year. Great block, changed a lot of other shots, makes you nervous. You have to find him if you're driving the lane.
You know, you really don't hear his name a lot, but he's a complete game changer. You know, he had a great impact on the Jazz last year when he stepped in the starting position. But I agree with Kenny. You want to be a superstar, it's time to start winning right now.
That's Gobert.
Gobert. Oh, get it?
Didn't sound. That sounded more like a mountain lion.
Yeah, like a cat.
Oh, that's just that's almost exactly like a bear.
That's a bear.
Yeah.
A beautiful panning view over Salt Lake City, Utah, the capital city of Utah, shining under the night sky. The Utah Jazz have a Western Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend the home court at the Energy Solutions Arena here in downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports.
Ready to go?
This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. And the Jazz start out with the ball. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for New Orleans right now, Evans and Davis, the forward tandem. Holiday at the 1 with Gordon at the 2. And it's Asik in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
You know, as I watched Derek Favors last season, he continued to develop his offense. He was a big, unpolished athlete coming into the league, had some conditioning problems, but now it seems like he's on track to be a force as a power forward.
And he makes the first. Talking about Derek Favors, his points per game average went up last season, as it has done in each of his 6 seasons in the league. He's an ascending player.
He is, you know, definitely refined his moves down on the blocks, and he's also become much improved at passing out of the double team, averaging a career high in assists last season as well. The arrow is certainly pointing up for Mr. Favors.
And so Favors nails both of them.
And with the way the Warriors went on a rampage last year, you knew that Alvin Gentry would be in demand. Was the architect behind the Warriors offense, is one of the best offensive minds in our league.
Here's Mack. Favors with the screen. Here's the screen. Hayward goes in. Clock at 6. He kicks to Mack. Here's the 3. Rebound, Evans. And with Gentry, his offensive prowess can't be understated, Greg. His peers joke and say he can draw up an open look for a corpse. I don't know about that, Clark, but we know he's talented. He's got a great offensive mind.
And you know that's right. And with this Pelicans team, he has plenty of firepower to work with, too.
Oh, he does. You're right. Here is Favors after Eric Gordon's bucket. Hayward outside. Favors with a screen on Evans. On its way from Hayward for 2. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Gordon with no one around. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Here's Mack. Passes it to Gobert. The feed to Hayward. Gobert the screen. Hood the pass to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. The Jazz with another miss. On defense, the Jazz. Gordon dishes to Asik. Mack grabs the miss. Jazz have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. 51 seconds left in the first. Favors can't get it to go.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here is Holiday. Now here's Gordon. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Asik, no good. Utah trailing here. Hayward kicks to Mack. Back to Hayward. Shot to stop the drought. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Pelicans ahead. They lead by 2. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
And so here is New Orleans. Well, the Jazz look like the team we're used to seeing for so long last year. A big part of that was how they dictated the pace, Greg, of the game.
Very good point. I mean, the Jazz did a great job of slowing things down and avoiding turning things into a track meet, just focusing on playing to their strengths.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. We've got Quincy Pondexter. Alexis Ajinça is out there with Anderson. Then it's Cunningham, and it's Cole in at the guard position. Here's Ingles over to the wing. Here's Exum. And he hits it to tie the game up. Exum's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Jazz.
You know, when you look at pace of play, the Jazz last season were the slowest team in the NBA. Had just around 90 possessions a game. Well, that's how they were able to control pace and grind out wins. That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead. And one note about the Jazz guys and their pace, it was clear that they were at their best in a slowed down tempo. They have a very strong front court, and when you slow things down and let them get set up, it definitely works in their favor.
And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. There's the pick. Out left to the wing. Now here's Booker, defended by Anderson. Shot clock at 6. Terrific design on the big play, and he lays it in. Lyles got the lead up to 2 now for Utah. And the Jazz making a change here.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was your
There's 1:26 left to play in the first half. And stolen by Booker. Exum passes to Lyles. 14 feet away. Rebound by Pondexter.
Well, last season, Quincy Pondexter was moved to the Pelicans. He really took off after the trade and played some of his best basketball to date.
Now Exum. He feeds it to Burks. From deep. No luck. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. There's the screen. Kicks it to Pondexter. The three. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Getting better and better. Got that field goal percentage up in the 60s now.
Clark, they've dialed it in here in the second quarter, playing really well.
Now, here's Exum. Here's Lyles. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Lyles got 4 points this quarter. Here's Cole. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. With 1 on the clock. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Pelicans lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, this has been a good game here after one half. Everybody, welcome back to the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaq, Kenny Smith. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the period. That's something they can hang their hat on. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
They were clearly a better shooting team. Their play calling and execution were on point. It wasn't a dominant performance, but you did get an idea of how efficient they can be. They'll need to continue that kind of shooting if they want to pull away in the second half.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
Well, the low turnovers really stood out to me. They didn't get loose with it or make silly passes. Nothing was forced. They had a nice flow to the offense. Guys knew where to be on the floor. That's the heads-up style of play they need to bring in the second half.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
Boy, I tell you, I thought the Jazz had a big year last season. Looked much tougher than before. A big part of that is how Coach Quinn Snyder helped the team grow. I mean, he looked like a perfect fit in his first year with the franchise.
New Orleans in the lead. You were mentioning the Jazz, and they grew last year under Coach Quinn Snyder in his first year. You know, Greg, he did the same thing with teams when he was a coach in the D-League.
That's a great point, Kevin. And beyond the growth that the Jazz showed, I think everyone in Utah was pleased with the style of play. I mean, Coach Snyder's got the team back to playing hard defense and really grinding out wins.
Favors and Gobert, the shot-blocking duo inside. Shelvin Mack is out there with Hood, and it's Hayward in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Now here's Hayward following the miss by Anthony Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock, and there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. And here are the Pelicans now. They lead by 1. Holiday dishes to Davis. Gordon goes in and finished off by Davis.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Favors with a screen on Holiday. Here's Mack, guarded by Holiday. And Gobert kicks to Favors. Clock at 6. Stolen by Evans. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. That's good from Holiday on the assist by Evans. Now it's a 5-point Pelican lead. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Last season was possibly the best of Tyreke Evans' career, at least since his unbelievable rookie campaign.
Yeah, and Kev, a lot of that has to do with his injury history. I mean, last year he played in 79 games. That's the most of his career. So you could say it was probably the healthiest season he's had since he was a rookie.
There's a good screen. A shot by Hayward, wide open. Pelicans with the rebound.
You know, back to Tyreke Evans last year, he had a big jump in three-point percentage. He was also up in assists, rebounds. Really did a lot of good things. The only bad news, he was also up in turnovers.
And it's Gordon missing. Jazz trail by 5. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Mack, the pass to Gobert. Asik pulls it in.
And talking about Tyreke Evans, you really hope he can build on what he did last year. He has too much talent to waste on inconsistency. Time for him to just step up here in the prime of his career.
Now here's Gordon. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go with the 3. Again, the miss by Gordon. Jazz have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Shelvin Mack. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Evans kicks to Davis. Outside Gordon. Davis setting the pick for Gordon. Davis sets a screen. Pulls up on the wing. The offensive rebound. Can't get it to fall.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Pelicans ahead. They're up by 3. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Energy Solutions Arena in Salt Lake City. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. So it's the Jazz now. It's a 3-point game.